Yo, what's going on guys? I'm Maze, and welcome to my Pokemon Sun and Moon review series. Today I'll be reviewing episode 122. You're being watched, Team Rocket's Alola forms, which much like almost every other Team Rocket episode in this series, it was an entertaining episode. So if you want to know more, then get relaxed everybody, as I will now jump right into this review. Let's go! So for once, I'm going to start this review off by stating what we saw in the Poke Problem question, which was Jessie asking us what character would return in this episode, with Brock and Misty being listed down as possible answers, which I believe Poke Problems have actually foreshadowed future events before. So who knows, maybe Brock and Misty will return once again. Which I wouldn't be surprised by, as clearly if you saw my 3-part Alola League prediction series, you would know I'm expecting them to enter. To see more on that though, you can check out that series after this video, which will be located in the description below. But, yeah, time shall soon tell whether this was foreshadowing or not. Nor do I think this is the only thing that was foreshadowed in this episode. As after the Poke Problem, where the true episode begins, Matori calls Team Rocket just before they head out for work at their donut truck, stating that Giovanni wants them to send over Bewear. Which, I don't know about you guys, but this came across as very weird to me. As surely if Giovanni knew about Bewear this whole time and the power it has, he would have asked for the Pokemon way earlier on into the series, not now. Making me think that he is indeed planning something big behind the scenes before this, hence why he only just asked for Bewear now, wanting Bewear to make his forces stronger, which those forces could indeed be Team Rocket grunts and admins for a possible Team Rainbow Rocket arc, which is something I theorized recently on this channel. But like I said in that video, I don't see the villain team leaders returning. This would just be about Giovanni and Team Rocket grunts attempting to try and regain every region by controlling an army of Ultra Beasts, including Necrozma. But this is a review video. I should mostly be focusing on the episode itself instead of telling my theory for the future. So if you want to see my full theory and even what I think will happen in the remaining Sun and Moon episodes, check out that video after this one. Link will be in the description below. Getting back to this episode's story now though, with no more interruptions of theories, Team Rocket obviously panic, as Bewear would definitely not allow itself to be taken to their HQ. But how does Giovanni actually know about Bewear? Well, that is because Team Rocket highlighted Giovanni all the way back in episode 12, which we got a flashback to within this episode, that they had caught Bewear to make it look like they had done a lot of work in Alola so far. Which, oh my god, until it was mentioned in this episode, I completely forgot about this. This is an excellent callback to what was only a small scene. Sun and Moon has such great continuity. Though, that's to be expected when it's partly a slice of life series. But still, when I was reading the summary for this episode a week ago or more than a week ago, I thought Team Rocket would just lie in this episode about catching Bewear, as I had forgot about that moment in episode 12. Nicely done, Sun and Moon. That is such a great callback. Putting that aside though, Matori, upon seeing Team Rocket come up with an excuse for not wanting to send Bewear over, then remarks that Giovanni also stated that if the trio don't comply, which I found very interesting that he knew they wouldn't allow this, Matori would actually be allowed to take Bewear off them by force, which she indeed plans to do this, informing them that she will be arriving in Alola very soon. Meanwhile, over at the Pokemon School though, because the anime always feels the need to include Ash in every single episode even though they don't need to, Professor Kukui decides that Lily, Sophocles and Mallow can train for Z-move poses for today's lesson, so they can eventually master their Z-moves, even then allowing Ash, Lana and Kiyowe to train using their Z-moves so they can prepare for the Alola League. Which, although I was disappointed that we got this cutaway at first, like I just mentioned a couple of seconds ago, I actually ended up liking this scene. It's nice to see everybody train to become stronger for the league and to become stronger as characters, even if we've seen a Z-move pose lesson before. Back over at Team Rocket, they attempt to actually capture Bewear this time around. But Bewear literally destroys the Pokeball with its bare hands, which was quite shockingly amusing to see. But after this, Team Rocket do then remark that even if they did catch Bewear, again it wouldn't allow itself to go to HQ. This even reminding them that they actually don't like sending their old Pokemon to HQ to leave for a new region, and would hate for this to happen to Marini and Mimikyu as well. Which, wow, I'm sure none of us expected to hear this. That's actually quite depressing, yet also nice world building. And it actually makes me think that towards the end of Sun and Moon, that they will try to avoid HQ taking Mimikyu and Marini from them by leaving them with Bewear and Stufful in Alola. Which, I'm not ready to cry over that. Please don't. After this melancholic scene though, Matori appears before Team Rocket. Which, wow, that journey from Kanto was incredibly fast. But regardless of that, she asks to see Bewear obviously, which Team Rocket then show her Bewear actually picking up a giant flip tree to then planting it, which Matori was stunned by how Bewear could pick up such a heavy object and then asks for its Pokeball to take to Kanto. Which not only should Matori actually adopt Ash because he can pick up trees as well, but Team Rocket come with the excuse that they actually need Bewear to capture some powerful and rare Pokemon, which Matori then wants to see these Pokemon for herself. Team Rocket showing her Ash's and his classmates' Pokemon before they accidentally get blasted off, and even Drampa of all Pokemon because of episode 59. This time around, actually trying to attempt to capture it by using Marini's Z move, before Bewear takes them away. Which, I don't really have anything to say about these scenes, apart from the fact that it was funny to see Team Rocket's reaction to every classmate now having a Z-Ring. That, I actually forgot Team Rocket had a Z-Ring for themselves, as we hadn't seen it in quite a while. Back over at Team Rocket's tree, Bewear punches Honey into both Matori's and her Meowth's mouth, which was as hysterical to witness as it was for the first time ever Bewear did it to our Team Rocket. Why Bewear was doing this though, is simply because it wanted to tend to its guest as stated by Team Rocket themselves, which this then made Matori realize, without saying it out loud, that Team Rocket lied about capturing Bewear and that this Bewear was actually caring for them. Which, despite her nasty nature, she actually sympathized with this, allowing Bewear to stay in Alola, again without saying this though. However, she is still nasty, as during the night, she instead plans to steal Bewear's Stufful, as it can evolve into a Bewear. This being her backup plan so Giovanni doesn't scold her, and that Giovanni still has a powerful Pokemon in his arsenal. Very smart thinking, and she actually successfully manages to steal Stufful. However, both Meowth and Wobbuffet caught this upon waking up from the noise, and then alert Jessie and James so they can save Stufful, while Bewear was just taking a nice dip in the water. How Team Rocket saves Stufful was simply by Jessie distracting Matori by asking where she is going, which she was lying that she had to go to HQ for a new mission, while James switches the bag that contains Stufful, which they successfully pull off. The new bag actually containing Meowth disguised as a Stufful, which I guess Jessie and James knew Bewear would hear Meowth screaming Matori's ship once being discovered, as Bewear comes to the rescue in an epic way to save Meowth and destroy the ship much like Tapu Koko did within the Necrozma Rock. Like seriously, that entrance from Bewear was really awesome and humorous. This episode then ends off with Team Rocket relaxing at their home while Bewear intimidates Matori through a communication device, who Matori had found a way back to Kanto and wants their usual report from Team Rocket. I guess it's safe to say that Matori is really scared of Bewear and had to find an excuse to tell Giovanni why she did not return with Bewear and how she even ended up getting injured. Ah man, I'm gonna really miss Bewear once Sun and Moon ends. This episode just made me realize how much I actually adore the Pokemon itself and its relationship with Team Rocket. I really hope there's a way for it to somehow go to Gala with Team Rocket. Like, it could easily set up camp for Team Rocket every episode, or whatever. I don't know man, I just don't want to say goodbye to this Pokemon. Team Rocket truly have the best Pokemon in this region. Altogether regarding this episode though, man, it was really enjoyable. Both of us to be expected as it was a Team Rocket episode, which I've enjoyed almost every single one in this series so far. Like, legit, that's why I can say regarding this episode without repeating the great moments I expressed earlier on. It was just really enjoyable from the humor to its plot. I recommend you watch this episode whenever you have free time. As for the leaderboards, this episode is going to be standing as number 17 out of 32 episodes on the Season 3 leaderboard, which is among all the other episodes that focused on humor, whereas this episode stands as number 55 on the overall leaderboard out of 122 episodes, it pretty much being near the middle. And yes, if you've got a good eye, I rearranged some episodes, hence how we went from the 80s to now being in the 50s. The leaderboards will always be linked in the description below. If you have seen this episode though, then do let me know in the comments down below what you personally thought of this episode though. I'd love to hear, as we can have different opinions. And that everybody now concludes today's review. So if you enjoyed, then please be sure to consider leaving a like, a share, and if you're new here, a subscribe along with hitting that bell icon to stay in the loop with all things Pokemon anime related. If you want to support this channel any further way, I also have a Patreon. Thank you for watching everybody, this is Entity Maze, signing out.